No more brownies in heaven.
Hey, Satan.
I do legitimately think that the real world is like so fucked that it's impossible to appropriately parody. You know what I mean? Like how can you satirize an administration that is like actively doing basically the same shit that they're thinks Cartman owned this woman. Like he thinks this is praise for how spirited of a debater he is. I think he's not dumb enough to think it's praise. I think he recognizes it's a good media placement for him because conservatives are dumb enough to think Cartman makes good points in this episode. Who is he based on? No, I think he legitimately thinks this is good. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I think he legitimately thinks it's actually good. He probably thinks I'm so brilliant that like even when I'm memeified, they still make good arguments. They still put good arguments in the meme version of me's mouth. 100%. I'm telling you. Empire 2, they don't understand anything. No, this is worse than that. This is like watching Star Wars and thinking the Empire are the good guys. This is like watching Homelander and thinking, or this is like watching The Boys and thinking Homelander is not a villain, but a hero. This is a step. That's old conservatism. Old conservatives didn't understand. They didn't have media literacy. They had no critical thinking skills. And they thought, oh, I'm just like the rebels. I'm the good guys. Nowadays, new media, new conservatism with even less critical thinking skills looks at Star Wars and goes, the Empire are the good guys. I'm just like the Empire. That's it. That's what it is. That is where we're at now, where they just watch shit and there's like a classic villain in the story and they see themselves in the villain and go, that's awesome. This is me. I am the villain. Here, look, Charlie talked about it. He genuinely likes it.
But putting the mic down, that is pure. And the girl reading off the phone, by the way, with like the angry, like lib face, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm reading. So it's just personal. I just think it's.
I know my hogs, man. Don't question me. I told you. See? I know my fucking hogs, brother. I know my hogs. He likes it. Not because I'm such a menace that they like put me in South Park as like a evil character. He likes it because he thinks this is praise. Nah, he's mad as fucking fronting. No.
Hilarious. So and secondly, the whole thing is like, wait, so a campus thing I've been doing for 13 years to debate random college kids has now been so important that it gets prominent primetime placement on Comedy Central. I think the whole thing is just awesome and hilarious.
Okay, the voice crack maybe makes me feel like he gets that they're making it. Oh God, 357,000 likes. Oh God. You can't fucking satirize these people, bro. You just can't. I swear, you just can't. They're so shameless. I mean, it makes sense. This motherfucker went on national television, was like, Haitians are eating cats and dogs, and then openly admitted that he was lying. Okay? He's like, well, you sometimes got to lie to like really make people pay attention to a story. Okay? Like Trump is the type of motherfucker that does get mad about stuff like this because he's too, he's got too big of an ego. He's too narcissistic. But I think the brown nosers surrounding him are so shameless. The brown nosers around him are already making a mockery of themselves every single fucking day. And therefore, they already have lost the capacity to feel shame anyway. They have to eat Trump's dick every day. You know? I was imposing about our appearance on here. Yeah, that's because I think they ripped into her in a way that it hurts, in a way that hurts more than they did to like to Charlie Kirk. I assume Charlie Kirk Cartman will probably be maybe like a recurring character unless like something happens to him here. And if that's the case, they'll probably increase the intensity of their attacks to a degree where like even Charlie is. I can see this turning into such a chaotic situation for him that he like tries to fucking sue South Park or some shit and then look like a woke, a quote unquote woke. Also, if these guys really want to piss off the admin, make Donald Trump take back shots from Benjamin Netanyahu and then make Charlie Kirk sit in the cuck chair and jerk off. Make Donald Trump take back shots from Benjamin Netanyahu. Charlie Kirk's in the fucking cuck chair, jerking off, crying, going, oh, I don't want to do this. And then Trump's like, yes, you have to. You have to watch. Okay? You have to watch. You have to watch and be a good little boy, just like you forget about the Epstein files. Just like you forget about the Epstein files. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting about the Epstein files. Epstein did nothing wrong. There you go. That's the type of shit that would probably piss the, Charlie Kirk fandom off a little bit. That's what I mean. If you want to be edgy, go all the way with it. It's like, if you really want to piss people off, there is already so many things that people are too afraid to satirize. Okay? For example, the very fact that like FEMA funds not being sent to South Park because they didn't sign a loyalty pledge to Israel. That's it. That's like that's easy money. That's free ball right there. It is wild to consider that JD Vance actually fucking posted himself being a part of this. Considering that they're saying that Trump did Epstein's Island and that he is like participating in the pedophilia. I guess he didn't watch the episode. It said he fucked couches, not kids. True. When he was saying like, well, I finally made it, like I'm now known. It is now known by everyone that I'm a couch fucker. I can't believe how far that went. It was just like a random fake tweet. It was a random tweeter that just like tweeted out a fake quote from one of his books about how he fucked the couch. And it just turned into like a real thing. Felix needs to be on the writers team. 50% of stories about Trump are now either Trump shouts, I'm not a pedophile during silent prayer at a tomb of the unknown soldier, and 50% Trump issues executive order mandating all future Super Bowl winners must visit Israel. Easy to see why Israelis get so obsessed about demographics and birth rates. A certain sperm bank has just hit critically low levels. He's chugging it. He's guzzling. 2-issue party. Yeah. Republicans went on vacation early to avoid having to vote on the Epstein files and then immediately went to Israel. It is a 2-issue party. That's true. Every single fucking Republican, every single goddamn Republican is visiting Israel. What the hell is that about? What is that? See this pointless cruelty? Exclusive. The U.S. Air Force is denying early retirement to all transgender service members between 15 and 18 years of military service, opting instead to kick them out with no retirement benefits, according to a memo seen by Reuters. These longer-serving transgender service members will have the same choice as more junior ones: quit or be forced out, with corresponding lump sum payments as they walk out of the door. Jesus Christ. This is low-key the type of shit that would like really piss off a lot of liberals who like care about the military and stuff. It is kind of crazy that it doesn't even make a dent, because all the generals that would have spoken out against this sort of thing are just gone. That is such a tiny sum too. Like they're just doing that. It's crazy. Christy Noam did respond to it. Noam on South Park is just so lazy to constantly make fun of women for how they look. It's only the liberals and the extremists who do that. Yeah, conservatives never make fun of the way women look. You want to know why? Because they're too busy talking about how they should be slaves, okay? That's right. They've moved on from making fun of how women look, which they still do, by the way. That's also ridiculous. But for the most part, they're just too engaged in the advocacy of making women servile. What the fuck? Yeah, it's funny. I wonder why they talked about... I wonder why she talked about if they want to criticize my job, go ahead and do that. But clearly they can't. No, they did do that. They did. They made fun of you for saying you care about only photo ops and killing dogs. But, you know, I guess that went above your head a little bit.
Yeah, it never ends, but it's so lazy to just constantly make fun of women for how they look. Only the liberals and the extremists do that. If they wanted to criticize my job, go ahead and do that, but clearly they can't. They just pick something petty like that.
Everyone's a liberal at the end of the day. Everyone is a fucking liberal at the end of the goddamn day. But I mean, it hurt her. It hurt her feelings so good. I'm on board. I mean, she's a fucking neo-Nazi in charge of mass deportations. So yeah, I'm not gonna lose sleep over this. You know what I'm saying? Like, boo fucking who? JoinIce.gov. Oh, they tried to use a South Park thing to do JoinIce.gov. The fact that they're trying to actively, I don't like that they are so aggressively trying to fill the ranks right now. I don't like it. They're like desperately trying to bring as many people as they can to the fucking Heil Hitler Brigade.
South Park episode just dropped, and honestly, it is hilarious. I mean, part of it is kind of like whatever, typical humor, but it was hilarious. Just watch this little snippet of our Prove Me Wrongs, our viral cultural domination on prime time on Comedy Central. So important, so impactful that South Park is highlighting about this, but we need to have a good spirit about being made fun of. This is all a success. This is all a win. We as conservatives, we have thick skin, not thin skin.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. For sure. I don't know, man. When liberals want to fucking cancel me, they're just annoying. When Republicans and conservatives and Nazis try to quote unquote cancel me, they also do the same annoying shit that liberals do, but they also... She actively shot her puppy in the fucking head and then dropped her in a fucking pile, like in a hole in the ground. And then she wrote about it in a book. Like, why do we know about that? We shouldn't know about that. We know about it because she wrote about it in a fucking book, dude.
Get out there and get him, recruit. it happen.
Oh yeah, she also killed the problem with this, I like it. But the issue is Republicans are too stupid to understand that, like, he's the villain here. And what he's saying is an idiotic line of argumentation because it's a bar for bar thing that they're repeating from Charlie Kirk. Like, these are all things that Charlie Kirk has said. So there is no way that Charlie nor the Republicans that watch this thought that he was a villain here until like something crazy happens to him. Okay. Republicans probably watched this and thought, oh, this is glazing Charlie.
Woke student totally pwned.
Women have it good in America, just like...
This is like Colbert Report. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to satirize how fucking stupid Republicans are, but like Republicans unironically thought that that was representation. You know what I mean? Back in the day, people thought the Colbert Report was actually an accurate representation, like finally some real right-wing sentiment being expressed on the woke Comedy Central.
Black people can concept... Oh my God!
The funniest thing about this South Park episode is going to be doing all this season. They listen to feedback. They're going to make sure conservatives can't pretend to enjoy it. Oh, for sure. This is a word for word quote.
What makes...
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. No, he's not even just like, quote unquote, owning it so it doesn't look silly, so he doesn't look mad. Okay? He's not owning it so he doesn't look mad and then people make fun of him. He's
qualify you, or would probably have somebody in the upper levels of the Democratic Party say, okay, we'll never work with this guy again.
Yeah.
Do you regret sending those tweets?
I think they have to get over it. I don't regret them. I love poking the bear on the right. I feel like Republicans are so good at owning the space. Republicans do this thing where they say, you know...
It is issues with jokes you've made. Yeah, that's the other side of the story, that he's just like so goddamn annoying with the whole, like, the guy who literally actively defends white people saying the N-word will like freak the fuck out because I said cracker. And then his stupid ass fucking audience will try to defend that principle as though it's like even remotely defensible. It is such whiny loser crybaby shit too. He literally constantly doxes people, points them to Kiwi Farms threads. He's disgusting. Yeah. He is the perfect defender of Israel in that regard. He is. Very fucking conservative coded, very reactionary in general, very similar to like the entitled, arrogant behavior that you hear from Israel when they're like, why you not like Israel? We are killing babies, we are killing children, you say? Okay, those children are Hamas. You are anti-Semitic. We must deplatform. You are anti-Semitism. Like, he basically does that. Yeah, like, that's why you heard one of his fans be like, you called Mayor Pete a rat, as like a big point of contention against me. Like, as much as I entertain edgy humor, it's usually not against like defenseless children. You know what I mean? It's just not. Like, the jokes that I have that are fucking edgy are the same type of jokes that like the right wingers get mad at, which is usually making fun of America as an institution. You know, making fun of the American government, making fun of dominant forces in American society. I'm punching up, no matter how edgy it is. I'm not fucking punching down.
Comedy's legal again, and we can joke about anything. But when they say anything, they really just mean like immigrants and black people, right? Because if you make fun of anything on their side, they lose their minds.
I guess is your point that, you know, always trying to take the high ground is clearly not working for Democrats?
One of the things that conservatives...
Yeah. In order to beat Republicans, we must become more racist. Does anybody like this guy? I'm asking earnestly. It's just the fucking grossest people. Or if there's anyone that's like normal that likes him, they probably saw like a TikTok clip where he doesn't look like a gross little freak pervert. That's probably it. But like the main community is some of the worst fucking freaks. They basically operate like a bunch of cyber stalkers that have no real interest in politics at all and just basically do his bidding, whatever it is.
Stumbled into accidentally, because I think Donald Trump's an idiot, even politically, but they stumbled into this thing where people started to get confused because of what the right and left looked like, and I think they think that you need an extremist platform in order to win elections, but what you really need, I think, is just extremist messaging. I think that's what you need.
Back inside, the packed event giving the Unf America organisers hope there will be appetite for similar debates on college campuses this fall.
I do 100 hours of this a semester. 100 hours. In addition to 2 hours of podcasting radio. I mean, the physical crowds are now 3,000-4,000 people almost every time we do this.
And so the plan for this semester is Charlie Kirk shows up at campuses all across the country. And
before I started watching Twitch, all I heard of Destiny was he's a liberal that likes to debate Republicans. Most normal people don't know how repulsive he is. Yeah. I think like what he doesn't realize is when he gets into the spotlight a little too much and the light shines back at him even a little bit, like when he has to operate under the microscope that he's placed upon someone like myself, for example, when people find out about what he says all the fucking time and he can't help himself, that he basically wears like a badge of honor, like no matter how edgy it gets, no matter how gross he gets, he's seen as like no matter he in his own community is seen as like a beacon of truth and honesty whenever he gets like more edgy. But to the average person, that just comes across as like a repulsive freak. Why you hate on sexual choice when you preach acceptance for exactly that? Do you think I preach acceptance for fucking filming people without their consent in the process of having sex with them? Are you fucking insane? Maybe you didn't know that. I don't know. Yeah, another Destiny fan was arrested for child porn too. That's the other thing. It was really funny. I looked at the dude's Twitter and his last tweet was like retweeting something against me. This isn't getting enough attention. A close personal friend of Destiny was arrested for possession of over 300 files of child sexual abuse material. The culprit was a regular in Destiny's Discord and talks about ethical CP. I mean, it's not that crazy when you think about it. It's like expected. A huge part is also that in the process of being an edgy little shit, he's not funny at all. Like Nick Mullen says wild shit too, and it's fine because he's actually funny. Yeah. Yeah, judge me by my enemies, boys. All my ops is pedophiles. I know a lot of people on here were mutuals with Jared Kelly, especially in the Destiny orbit. Well, he stopped posting a few months ago, and I get curious. Turns out he's a pedophile. His username on here is Blanco Flaco. What is this? The dude who debates the consumption of child porn to stop pedophiles and use the N-word. Yikes. The argument is that CP should be distributed to pedos if this helps reduce child rapes. Are you pro-child rapes? Who's making the CP idiot? He explains very clearly in this video that the research said you could find people that were previously abused and get their consent to use their already existing material and offer them compensation for it. That's fucking insane. stopping child rape is insane. This is the only way that this fucking entire audience argues, by the way. Here, I'll give you an example. Okay? This is like saying the only way to stop child rape is by killing the children that were raped. Okay? Just a fucking ridiculous claim. And then you say, I don't want the children who were raped to be killed. What the fuck? And then you turn around and go, oh, so you want child rapes to continue. No, you just made a ridiculous argument. That doesn't mean that I think the second part of that is also good. Oh, I guess you don't want to stop child rape. The only way to do that is by allowing child rape to be fucking serialized and processed and sent to people. That's a ridiculous argument. And not only is it a ridiculous argument, but it's also like in the process of making this fucking ridiculous argument, you just come across as fucking insane. That is the method, though. That is how these motherfuckers always operate. Always. Using child porn, feeding into that disgusting market is insane. There are far better therapies to use instead of giving into their horrific abuses. And as a former child victim, no one is ever going to consent to it. It is the most traumatic shit a person can live through. Do you understand the concept of a hypothetical scenario? Couldn't even write hypothetical correctly. If distributing CP was effective in stopping child rape, should it be done? The answer is obviously yes. Otherwise, you are a pro-child rape monster. The question is, this is effective or not is removing the question. Why feed into some sicko's fantasy? You aren't curing them. If they're already in prison, they can't molest anyone. This is legit the most insane conversation I've ever had. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, this is a good way to analyze it too. Bro said, hypothetically speaking, if you eat your own shit, could you stop world hunger? Wouldn't you eat it? The answer should be yes. What are you, pro world hunger or something? When you are making a hypothetical, you have to at least make the analog work, okay? Like in a hypothetical scenario, you can't just like have something be just as violent or more abhorrent than the original fucking crime that you're trying to stop. Hypothetical. Abstraction away from reality to such an extent that literally anything can be argued. Exactly. It's like Israel does this quite a bit. Israel defenders do this quite a bit. When they're like, oh, wow. What if that baby had an RPG? What then? Shouldn't you kill the baby? What if the baby had a rocket launcher? Okay, what if the baby had a fucking nuke? Like, what are you talking about? I guess at that point, you could just say, like, a Palestinian child could have had a tactical nuke that it was about to fucking blow up in the heart of Tel Aviv, I guess. Yeah, his major own was, if you say the N-word in the vacuum of space alone right before you die, who does it harm? I got you. That was the big... The type of shit that you can... Shocking, the CSAM distribution guy is one of your reply guys? No, this isn't the CSAM distribution guy. This is another guy. This is another one. I mean, we don't know if this guy is a C. Oh, the CSAM distribution debater is one of my reply guys. Yes, all of his community are my reply guys. Yes. This isn't the CSAM guy. This is the CSAM debater. Remember when Ben Shapiro actually asked the question, if you say the N-word in the middle of nowhere to stop a nuke, would you do it to ChatGPT Lamau? Exactly. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is for a lot of debate lords, which Ben Shapiro is one of them.
You guys are going to be there too.
That's the goal. If we can raise the money, enough money to get there, we absolutely will. People wonder why the youth vote shifted 9 points to the right.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why. He's put the footwork in and we haven't.
Yeah, a lot of these guys that, at least in my experience, and I'm not saying certainly every single person is like this, but a lot of these guys that entertain the realm of debate don't actually have any like real politics whatsoever and are just simply invested in the blood sport of it all. And they debate for the sake of winning an argument. And that's it. And nothing else. They don't have any like real politics. They don't have any real interest. Everything that they do that comes across as though they're like moving in a direction where they want to change politics is also just to defend their legitimacy in the debate sphere, right? Like even the canvassing operations and shit can be seen in that same exact way, where it's like, well, I did canvassing. Like I did my work. I did canvassing. You know, I set up a group to do canvassing for the Democratic Party. Like that in and of itself is so you can just simply slam that in. And it's kind of funny because, I mean, I've done canvassing as well, but it doesn't really matter. A lot of his revenge porn came from his canvassing. Wait, really? Yeah, it's like saying you donated to a Palestinian charity over and over again to talk about your bona fides as a stalwart ally of the Palestinians while you're simultaneously engaging in efforts to deplatform every single fucking pro-Palestinian content creator, and also consistently streamlining pro-Israeli propaganda. Kind of like that. Savage moments from South Park's Got a Nut.
Fantasy booth. Hey, will you get out of here?
I'm Christy Nome, head of Homeland Security.
Oh, she seems nice. Okay, very pretty.
No doubt that there are many, many Latinos in heaven. Remember, only detain the brown ones. If it's brown, it goes down. Jesus, look out! President's handing out bonuses to recruits that stand out, and I'm gonna recommend you for the next... Oh!